that the aviation industry is very sensitive to all security matters. We take proactive action to any intelligence information, however frivolous it may seem, however small it is. We normally take it very seriously. In respect to this information, my office acted on fast informant. Unfortunately, the information was released prematurely without awaiting the due verification by threat assessment experts from the National Aviation Security Committee, we normally call it NAVSEC, and other security agencies. We therefore wish to assure our citizens, the traveling public, all airport users, that Kenyan airports and designated airstrips are not under any imminent attack. And I want to repeat that they are not under any imminent attack. I want to report that we have no more operations going on in all our network. So for those of us who would want to have a visit, you can have a look at them. We have consequently, KAA is aware of the prevailing terrorism threat, which has been issued among others, Al-Shabaab, who have issued public threats against Kenya. We know that. We have consequently raised our operational threat category to high alert in other national security organs who have increased vigilance to counter any potential attacks. The public is urged to maintain calm, constant vigilance, and inform the law enforcement agencies of any information or any suspicious activities in their normal day-to-day activities. I just want also to add that this information, which was circulated in the social media, we urge the public not to circulate it or with an intent to create a panic, because there shouldn't be any. This information was going through stages. We are on top of it. Thank you. One question. Yes, that's name and the media. KTN.
You mentioned the fact that you and the team have put operation threat category to high alert in conjunction. How high is it, and what are those factors that you put in place to drive this high alert?
Now, when we talk about high alert, we have a standard procedure. When we get information, we review the threat level, and we say that these are activities, and there are so many activities that involve that. So 100% screening, for example, passenger screening, the improved perimeter. You can see, you'll go through the primary screening yard, and many vehicles which are profile are taken aside. And then what happens is that also we inform our customers, particularly the public, that they need to come early because they will undergo more security checks than normal. So those are the processes.
All right. And then are you working in conjunction with the Lake of Wilson Airport, Moi, in the coast region? Because also from the press release that was earlier circulating, it clearly indicated that some of them other targets are Wilson, Moi, and the coastal airports. Are you working with them, and how are you coordinating that teamwork?
Yes. The structure in terms of security of the airports is very elaborate, and actually this information was all the airports and airstrips. So all of them are aware. In each airport there is a security committee which normally processes this information, and then they implement when we tell them it is high alert, either medium or low. So those are some of the things they do.
Yeah, good question. I just wanted to know, courtesy of this information leaking to the media, I don't know if you have, there's been a reaction from your partners. I mean, maybe other airports and other security agents worldwide. And then the second, the second thing, I don't know if you'd allow us just to visit the specific areas to see how lift the security is, maybe the check-ins and the exit, to allow us for photography.
And perhaps on the same issue, maybe can you tell us, maybe the one, have you made any investigations or arrests with the person who actually released the content of the information, and maybe what are some of the consequences thereafter?
Yes, let me start with the last one. For those officers who breach the protocol, there is a system of disciplining such officers. Now, in regard to the visit to the airports, that can be arranged. I think Dominic can arrange that one, so that you have a look at those facilities. And then in terms of sharing, this information, normally when we get this information, we share with all the agencies.
Are they known, the people who actually release the information, are they known to you guys?
Currently, we have information. We are almost 100% that this information was released by one of our officers in Wajir. So it is clear.
On the same note that my colleague has just made, apparently there were about 11 suicide bombers who had betrayed. Do you know their names? Do you know their faces? Will you put it towards the public so guys can keep an eye out for them?
I can't answer that. Next question.
My question earlier was on your partners, the airlines and all that. What has been their reaction, the international airlines, after this went public? Have you received any cry or anything?
We are in touch with them. We are informing them exactly. Most of the stakeholders know the procedures. Whenever we have information, either specific or non-specific, we discuss with them. So all of them are aware.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. We continue with our comprehensive news coverage on Newsdesk. Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta has asked African countries to deploy more troops to Somalia to cushion Kenya Defense Forces from vicious Al-Shabaab attacks. The president said Kenyan troops had been exposed to failure to deploy more AMISOM troops to Gedo region, which he described as a perfect ground for the terrorist group to attack KDF. Uhuru told the heads of state summit for AMISOM troops contributing countries in Djibouti that the absence of AMISOM troops in the Gedo region was hurting Kenya. Kenya suffered its worst attack by Al-Shabaab when the terrorist group launched a dawn attack on KDF base in El Ade in southern Somalia in January.
Well, a concern of this meeting was the decision that was made by the European Union to reduce funding by 20% to the AMISOM force. This was seen as a matter of concern, and that is why it was strongly suggested that the UN should take up the financing of AMISOM, the way it takes up the financing of any peacekeeping or any peace enforcement mission anywhere in the world. The financing of AMISOM, of course, is critical. It's critical for its operational effectiveness. It's critical for its for the procurement of logistics and equipment. So it's a matter of concern, but we will continue to engage in it, to engage our partners, to expand the pool of countries that can assist. They may be countries within the African Union, they may be other partners.